ran out Saturday. And then I realized I didn't have another bag. Because that's why I like to always have a spare one in the chamber. Because that way, if, you know, when I run out, there's another one, right? And then I get in backup, right? On some things, most things I don't need to, but some things like that. I like to do it with dog and cat food and the cat litter, and I didn't have a backup. So I went and got it. I always have interesting conversations with the fella at the tax store. The tax store, the pet supply store that I go to. Yep. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hioka empath. I dislike having these little talks in the way I feel about things. Today's been a pretty good day. After yesterday. That's why I don't like getting too caught up in the freaking crap, because I know it changes. Mostly. I mean, it doesn't stay like that. Nothing stays bad for, constantly all the time. We get reprieves. Yesterday was rough for me. It was rough for other people too. So, people that I'm in alignment with, anyway. People that don't have earth in their placements. Stuff like that. I like that picture too. Thanks, Ahmad. That picture I took that guy. He came to visit us. He was when I was sharing with a friend today. I got to share with a friend today. I got to make a new heart connection today. It was really cool.
A new what?
Heart connection. A new buddy, a new pal.
Oh.
Yeah. He was before, but the more you spend some time with people, you get to know them. You decide if you want to keep knowing them. That's why people hang out together. Ultimately, I'll do something, and people won't want to hang out with me no more. It happens every time. Nah, that's not true. But, well, it ain't a lie. There's some truth to it. But anyway, he's a kindred spirit. He's a Leo. And I'm Aries, so 2 fire signs. It's good to hang out with other fire signs, man. I hang out with a lot of Cancer. Now, I'm Cancer rising, but still, that fire. A lot of people don't have that fire. And I was asking him questions I'm like, are you in a heightened state all the time? Like, you got it, And he's got a wonderful story, and maybe one day he'd be willing to sit down with me and have some conversations with me and stuff like that. That might be good. Yeah, I was showing him pictures of Ma, and I showed him a couple pictures of you the other day, and he was talking to his dad about you last night, and he's like, I think he's like, he told me today, I think that you're Apache, and I was like, oh, that'd be good, that'd be cool, so. We don't have a tribe, because Mom was part of those systems, one of those systems that they say that doesn't happen. Yeah. we both of us combined, man, the things that we've been a part of in our lives that they say that doesn't happen. We are living testimony, absolutely. And God's gotten us through every bad day so far, huh, Ma? It hasn't turned me all the way more than 50.1% more shadow than light. I haven't let the world take my light. One of the reasons why I have these conversations is so I can get things out of my head, and I've learned, I'm gonna be 48 soon, and I learned a long time ago that when you say things, when you talk about things that you're thinking about that just bounce off like a pinball game in your mind, when it does that, you never get anything done, just thinking the same thoughts over and over. I don't like doing that. So, why is it every time I listen to this song, it's the flutes? It makes me want to do something transcendental or something, and my train of thought just goes, does it every single time. It's a great song though. This is my go-to album because I'm having a hard time with music, so I listen to this album a lot. It's rad. It's a good album. Yeah. It helps if you have any native or any indigenous, or if you've had those incarnations anytime in your history, or if you're slated to have these life, then this is gonna do something. It's gonna activate your DNA, your warrior. It will activate your warrior. Yeah, you will have a. It's just it's powerful that way. It is. I didn't even have the expectation that it was going to do that. I was just like, oh, this looks cool. I got it. And like, I mean, like the first time I listened to it, some of the songs, I was tears streaming down my face. It does something to you. And people, Pluto returned 5 days, man. I can't believe it. When I started my videos, I started getting inklings about this. Almost 5 years ago, and I was like, and I think about like my beginning of my story with these videos and stuff. I knew that, I don't know, about 2 years into, or about a year into, I knew that Mom and I it wasn't safe that we be near a coast, so that we should get someplace away from the coast, and God divinely brought us all the way to Taos, New Mexico. And it's pretty cool hanging out with this guy today, because he's native too. He lives on the Pueblo, and he's lived here his whole life. And so he has the history. He has the firsthand history of what I've been seeking, And so just the hour and a half that we sit down, and like he would talk, and he sounds like me, and I talk, and he's relating, and I don't drink alcohol because I love it, because I love oblivion. I'm a drunk, so I abstain, and I've been having a lot of cravings. Like the last 2 days, especially. And I was like, man, I need to buy a pie. I'll get something sugary. I'll get something sugary to help, keep my blood sugar up. Because that's part of what my cravings are. There's a lot of sugar in alcohol, too. The way it processes, breaks down in your body, stuff like that. So, and I chalk it up. My personal belief is because the spirits, the veil is so thin right now. The spirits, for all spectrum, from light to shadow, to light back to shadow, to light around again. There's a lot of freaking duality going on. A lot of people focusing for positive, and a lot of people focusing for power. And a lot of us positives would look at that in a negative sense, but to them, they're just doing their religion. Recently, they had in Scottsdale, they had the Satanic Conference, a whole conference dedicated to Satanism. It was like a rally, and it's like you hear about it, right? You hear about it, but then I meet people, because I went and got my medical card reissued the other day, and I was talking to the lady. Talks as much as I do, but she talks way faster, and she tells me of her account, and they were like driving from Arizona or something. I don't know. Somehow, I don't know if I can't remember if it was her. She talks so fast, or her daughter, I think. Well, somebody picked up. There was a hitchhiker. They gave a young guy a ride, and he was on his way. See a nice, clean cut young guy, and you pick him up. Where are you headed to? Scottsdale. That's where it was at. Scottsdale. It's on the 33rd parallel. I was born on the 34th. I now live in like the 35th, I think. So I've been feeling wonky all weekend. I've been wanting to drink like crazy, and I just play the tape through, and then miraculously, because it's all divine, I get a call today and it's like, hey, you want to go hang out, because I'm having trouble with this. And you and I have talked about this before, and I was like, holy hell, absolutely, I'm on it, I'll be right there, let's go, and I get to share my experience and my strength, and he shares his experience, and it reminds me of why I don't want to do that. And and one of the things that have benefited me with anybody that's having some kind of addiction, don't start thinking you're not going to do it forever. Get that shit out of your mind. Get it out of your mind. You will freaking... It won't work, man. Don't say, let's say I'm not going to do it forever. And I'm going to just not do it, white knuckle it for the rest of my... Don't do that. It's just, don't do it for today. Abstain for today. Just for today. Just for today. And then tomorrow... don't worry about tomorrow, because maybe it won't come. Maybe the poles will flip. Who knows? Maybe the power grid will go out. Maybe, it'll cut out. This transmission will cut out, and you'll never see me again, because electricity nowhere across the land. Come on down to Taos and visit. I'll see you at the coffee shop, or just go down to the coffee shop, and they'll tell you where I am. They'll tell you where you can find me. But that's what's gonna fix the world but people gotta be open. And there's too many people that are just, I don't know why they're embarrassed about their shit. I don't know why. I've heard I've heard for frickin' people do the craziest the craziest things, man. Crazy things. And gosh, there by the grace of God go I, because I like to do the things that takes people and puts them, because I think about it as like when you drink alcohol, it's a depressant. People think they get all excited. No, that's them excited. The alcohol is still processing. Okay? It's the next day. That's what alcohol does. All that, woo, I'm so excited. That's people's like life force energy, and then the alcohol like accentuates it. But what alcohol is, it takes you down. Have you ever had a conversation with somebody that was like in a blackout? They're there, but they're not there. They're not there. They're not there. And one of the things that's benefited me is like, okay, Marge, it's called playing the tape through. You want to drink so bad? Think about it. You go to the store. You get a bottle. I'm a whiskey girl. I like whiskey. Don't like... Well, anyway. Probably get a bottle of whiskey. Maybe some mixers. Something like that. And you go home and you drink it. And you're all by yourself and you're drinking your booze. And then you start feeling all social like you do. And then you can start what? You can start reaching out to people? Make phone calls, you talk, they haven't talked to them in years and years. You want to take that timeline that should be left in the past and crack open that seal and bring it to your present with that same mentality that you had? Nah. Leave that shit back there. And then, you wait, you still got, you'll probably stay up until midnight because you're all, woo! Maybe do another live, make a fool out of yourself there. Maybe, who knows? Make something to eat. How many people start fires in their house from the drunken hungries? They get hungry. They say, I knew a guy about burned down his apartment complex because he went to bed with freaking frying hamburger on his stove for Hamburger Helper. Yeah, And then I got to wake up tomorrow and just feeling bad. Why did I do all that stuff? It's called incomprehensible demoralization. Then you look at the phone. What did I do? It's called playing the tape through. It's having the same experience, but not actually living it out. So, anyway, what else was I going to talk about? There's a couple things I was going to talk about today. Hi, Ahmad. Hey, Carl. Glad you made it. Oh, I can't believe I did not do that yet. So things are getting crazy. Oh, I got a reading for crystal time to find out what I'm gonna. I like getting them every now and again, cause a friend of mine, her birthday's coming up, so I got her one. And then I was like, well, my birthday's not too far down the road, so I'm just going to do this now, because I was going to get one, but since I was like, we'll just do them at the same time, and to see how congruent we are, how congruent we are and stuff, which I know that we're already very congruent as it is. So, from crystal time. And I'm pretty excited. One of the reasons you want to... Hi, Stanley. You going to go up? You going up? Okay, go up. Bloop. They're so just agile, man. It doesn't take much. Animals are so amazing. You know? One day I'll go to the planet of cats, huh, Stanley? He says, I am the king of the planet of cats. What was I talking about? Oh, the astrology. The reading. Gonna have a reading done by Crystal Time, and I'm super excited. She's one of my favorite decoders. So I have an idea of what she's gonna say, because I know myself pretty well, but I really appreciate her point of view on things. I think about if she taught frickin' Zach, they would. And I paid attention. And like maybe a couple other people in there. I don't know. It seems like people are really showing who their colors are. It's like they've been for truth and honesty and all integrity and all that, but in real life they're not. What's the matter with you okay?
I feel soft.
Oh. Just did Mom's feet. Mom was born with club feet. So we got to take extra special care of them. Yeah, but I was just on a little pink cloud today because it's just good to reminded why I don't, why I don't drink. Why I don't drink. Because I make bad choices. Or I think they're good. I make ego-driven choices. I listen to the devil on my shoulder and not the angel. I'm just like, fuck it. I get that air. That attitude, that's how I recognize things in other people, is because I've been these things myself. That's how I know. Oh, what a dick. I've been a dick. Oh, what an arrogant asshole. I've been an arrogant asshole. That's how I know. These are ways I'm trying not to live anymore. I try really hard. I don't succeed every day. I digress. I do. We're just spiritual beings having a human experience, but in this incarnation, I'm not gonna. I'm a human. I'm a human. Huh? Even though we got special brain powers, huh, Ma? We do. Mom, I can move a lighter off your hand. I do it to other people. I put it on their hand, I balance it, and then I can... It's the fluid inside. It's the fluid inside. It's the fluid inside. It's called telekinesis, kids. You know how I know I can do it? Because I try. You know how many people don't try to do stuff? No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. And I just been like this freaking clown, this kid my whole life, this clown. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's see if this works. Let's try that. This seems like fun. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's not any fun. Why would you do it that way? That's not any fun at all. That sounds stupid. I know Stanley's up there dancing around. So today was substantially better than yesterday, and hopefully not as good as tomorrow. It's weird. I have like appointments now. I haven't done this much 3D stuff in a long time. And my first wedding I'm performing is a week from today.
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah.
What does that entail?
pronouncements, and do you take so and so, you know, and they'll do their vowels or say their whatever. Or,
so they have a kind of
yeah,
so
yeah.
you can go this way and this way.
I always see that's the thing is I'm one of those people. It's like no matter how much you plan for something, there's always going to be things that come up that you can't plan on.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna ever plan 100% anything because it did leave room for that error, right? Although I'm a darn good freaking party planner. Darn good party planner. My ex-girlfriend got her master's degree, and she was her son worked at this coffee shop, and we like got the coffee shop on a Friday night and decorated it and freaking had a taco buffet. And they had the boys, her son did a brisket and smoked it, or his buddy Tyra did a brisket, smoked it for like 2 days. It was just some of the tastiest freaking meat I've ever had. And it was everybody had a good time. She had so much fun. Yeah. Then she threw a surprise party for my 40th birthday, and it was at the same place. I'm not easy. I guess to have a surprise party for me, it would have to be in like October, like my half birthday when I didn't suspect it. Because anything around my birthday, Sandy Barnes gave you a ride to it. Rest in peace, Sandy Barnes. She picked you up in her Miata, I believe, in her convertible, and gave you a ride downtown. And you guys said, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the art store and buy you some paints and brushes. Sandy Barnes is gonna take me." I'm just too suspect. I know too much. I know, you know. Although people have thrown me surprise parties, but that's the thing. It was like a week before or something like that. It was like. I love parties. I love throwing parties. I'll have occasions. I would love to have people from all over the United States or world or whatever come to Taos and hang out. And, you know, there's just like all these different places that people can go and things that for people to do with all kinds of different interests. And it's it's like the locals call it like I don't know. I can't remember verbatim, so I don't want to say it, and I don't want to freaking say something wrong. So, God, yeah. So I'm not gonna say it, but it's got its own. You know, of all the places we lived, Redding felt pretty good. Sometimes, like going out into the nature, you know, when I could like getting away from all the of it. Yeah, right. But this place feels good. Oregon did not feel good to me. Oregon did not feel good. I thought Oregon would feel good. Oregon felt good to my 15-year-old self. But it's the people. That's the thing. It's the vibrant. The land has its frequency. And instead of people taking on the frequency of the peacefulness of the land, what they have with their own egocentric driven abnormalities, they freaking like saturate the land with their frequency, and it makes a freaking town crappy.
And it breaks it apart.
Yeah, there's towns we're gonna see so much stuff breaking apart here in the next couple. March. Oh, Lorda. It's gonna be interesting. I'm not even worried. I'm just excited to see how it's gonna play out. I want to see how all these people that have been talking this talk for so long, how they're gonna walk the walk. I was telling Mom, I was like, Mom, you know. I don't know. I'm one of these. I'm a freaking warrior. You know, I mean, I'm wired for this stuff, so I'm like, Marge is ready to charge, you know, and it's like I gotta stay home and hang out with my mom. So you all have fun in the revolution. I'll be hanging out with my mom. What? watch Longmire, and mom says, man, it really hurt to be shot. And I'm just like, yeah, it really would. Yet so many fucking people have guns. Hot iron. It's hot iron that's going like 1,000 miles an hour, and you're stopping it with your flesh and bones. Yeah, I don't go out after dark much. I'm cool. I'm stoked. Even the wedding that I'm doing is like at 2:30 in the afternoon.
When
So
is that?
next week. So I don't even have to go out after dark then.
That's good though. You
Yeah.
need to go out after.
But I feel like
You feel like you're
unforced. I feel like that things that I wanted to do in life, like with the ministry or the weddings and stuff. I don't even know. Jessie Zaboter said Pastor Margie. She referred to me as Pastor Margie.
Oh.
So I don't know what, and she is a chaplain, but she's like educated. She's like clearly like she's got a lot of but it's funny because she talks about how she used to be like a minister to kids on the street, and I don't know. I've always kind of been a minister too. And I've always encouraged people not to be a D-bag, you know? Like, I remember, like, there's been times where I've had coffee with women and they're telling me how they want it. They're like, oh, this guy came back from high school. I'm going to cheat on my husband. And I was like, you don't want to be the woman that cheats on your husband. Right now, you're not the woman that has cheated on her husband. Don't be that woman, you know? And she didn't. As far as I know, you know, she didn't, but she was ready to,
She was ready to.
you know. But see, I don't care what people think about me. She doesn't ever talk to me more. She's up in Wichita Falls, I think, now. But, you know, I don't care. But still, she'll forever know, you know, of me as the person that told her not to fucking wreck her marriage, you know. Because it fucking sucks, man. I just have had people cheat on me. So to have people stand in front of me and tell me that they're going to cheat on me, of course I'm going to tell them not to fucking do that shit. You know? And I never thought I would ever get, I don't think I always dreamed about getting married, falling in love, doing all that stuff, being Twitter-pated. Just in love, stupid, dumb in love, where, you know, you're just, you don't need to sleep. You're always in a good mood. You know, being in that vibrational frequency of love. But people I would love to be like reach that vibration without, you know, another person. I've yet to attain that level, you know. I think it's a positive. It's a chemistry. You can't.
You can't force it.
Yeah. People force it all the time. If people did compatibility charts, you know, at the beginning of the relationship, and you could see where, okay, yeah, have a good time. This area will be cool, but over here it's gonna you know, it ain't that rad. Is that something that you want to work on? You know, stuff like that. So, anyway, I'm starting to picture more opposite sign stuff too. I'm expanding my knowledge. Opposite sign, like Aries opposite is Libra. Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah. I'm starting to focus more on that. I know most of my placements, I think. Not so much my degrees, but I got too much other stuff to think about. I got too, you know, I guess I'm not that egocentric. That's funny, Pastor Carl. Larry Bishop Gators. Why does that sound familiar? Is he that guy? Let me look him up, because is he that guy that... Let me see. Bishop. What's his name? Gators? No, maybe I... Oh, my back hurts. Has he been on Roseanne? I think this is the guy that I think it is, but when I scroll, I'm getting all kinds of different pictures.
We should go along with different people.
Well, the internet is a very deceptive tool. It's very misleading. It's a dumbing down tool.
Oh, kind of cleansing.
No, making people dumber.
Making them dumber.
Yeah.
Why would you want to make people
That's because they're easier to control when they're dumb. They're malleable. Is this the same guy? That's Luna. What's this? I gotta hear his voice. These pictures aren't doing any good. Does he talk really loud and he's just cuts people off and...
Is he rude?
Yeah, it's him. He's a fucking show. I can't stand that guy. I don't know. He did a freaking interview one time with Jesse, and I'm a little biased. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fangirl with Jesse. You know, and he just was like, I don't know. His ego is very big. He's not a balance. He's not a freaking spirit. He might have spirit more than some.
Okay.
Maybe not, but not a lot. maybe more, maybe some spirit more than most, because most people, I don't even think that they recognize that they're spiritual beings. They're just going through life. I am a human. This is my show. This is what I do. They don't get none of the spirit. All the other stuff, they don't get none of it. Their spectrum is like bleep.
Is he an
You know?
arrogant person?
What? Oh, I don't know him. That's how he comes across to me. But I'm sure the people I come across is an arrogant person, so it's all subjective, really. He has been trying. Yeah, everybody has their own way. I was listening to freaking, and yeah, I thought there's something about him. Whatever people are into, I'm not trying to change people's minds or get people, this, that, and that. Because, I was showing my buddy today pictures of when I went to Lady Gaga, and she's like this freaking dark witch, and I used to be a fan of freaking, before I knew about all the spirit cooking and stuff like that. I was a fan of Marina Abramovich because I'm an artist. I was in art classes in high school, and it's just something that's always been a part of me, even though I haven't focused on it as much as I should, but still it's a part of me. And I remember watching a YouTube or on Facebook, there was this woman and this man, they saw each other and they hadn't seen each other in 20 years, and it was this love and so I investigated and I looked her up and she's a freaking cannibal.
A cannibal?
Yeah, they all are. They're cannibals. It's their religion. It's their power. Instead of praying to God for patience, spirit, getting all that direct connection to God's source, there's people that do other things to get that same connection. I call it the cheater's way. Yeah, and I was a fangirl for a lot of these people for a long time, and I was thinking I've struggled with that because it's like I can't, when I hear them, I can't feel bad every time. I gotta keep that positive heart space in my heart because why I like music is it reminds me of where I was at a different time. So when I think of it, or I hear of a song, I'm like, oh yeah, I was hanging out with these, I was doing this in my life. I use it as a measuring tool. Other people are like so crazy about their fanship and using their life force energy on people. That's worshiping a false idol. They're false for profits is what I call them. False for profits. You get people, you get these mainstream moguls in media and stars and stuff like that. They just do weird twisted stuff because they do a bunch of drugs and alcohol, and people, their inhibitions go out the window when they do that. They're willing to try stuff that they wouldn't do if they weren't on that stuff, and then they sober up and they think about what they did. Incomprehensible demoralization. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's in it for the money and you call him out for it? That's rad. At some point in the last 5 years, there's people that I followed for a minute to see what they're about, and I'm like, no, we're not in the same. Because for a minute, but that even Richie from Boston, and I guess it's more of that figuring out, no, we're not in alignment. Dude, you could tell when people are in it for their money. You could tell. I don't know. People are trippy. I don't even know what's going on in the news. Should we scroll through the news? Slum through the news? I used to follow Roseanne. I just listen to astrology now. I still go in and check on people and listen to people and their opinions and point of views and stuff like that. I just don't subscribe. I don't want to see their notifications. But anyway, I thought it was interesting with what was that? And then it refreshed and I lost that story. A bald eagle on frozen Sapago Lake gets a fish from a human. That's rad. Botched butt injection. A botched butt injection eyed as possible cause of Connecticut woman's death. She wanted a perky ass, so she ended up dead. What else? Oh, I'm so tired. It's like I cannot freaking be anywhere around media and I'll hear about Tiny K Kanye. And what kind of bullshit. I did see a video the other day, I think it was on Twitter. He's at this Super Bowl with his daughter, and they put the camera on him, and the crowd booed him. Because he's such a douche, man. He's a little bitch. He's a definition of a... Oh my God. He's too much, Ma. He's so ego. But he's one of those that presents himself as a representative of God and spirit. Has his Sunday sermons from time to time. He's all about money. His brand. It's so stupid. I'm like, I don't know. The stuff people waste their time on. And none of it's real to me. None of that lifestyle is real. Everybody's acting like something, they like, they're trying to get something, and God, doesn't even sound fun. Doesn't even sound like anything I'd want to do at all. So banks are dropping rich people.
They're dropping rich people?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Did I finish talking about that? Oh! I don't know if I did about my cravings and relating them. Yeah, I did. God, so many accidental gunshots. They're why they're putting all that in the news, because they want to take people's guns.
Take the power.
Yeah. They want to take the power and give it all to the stupid freaking idiots that have no better ideas. They want to. This is hilarious. They want to keep the freaking ass hats. Keep the ass hats. Keep those. But ban single-use plastic bags. They're the same fucking thing. I mean, these are pretty much single-use. Kind of. I actually have my first one from 2 years ago. But a guy at the coffee shop gave me 5 more. But I break them and I drop them, and I'll grab some at the door or something. I don't wear them. I wear them under my chin. And then because they will not at the self-checkout so much. It depends on who's working. But like that's how control freaks are. Is like, I don't, this is we've had a whole world of this the last 2 years. You have people that don't feel like they have any power in their own lives. These people is like their kids don't respect them. Their husbands or wives they don't love them anymore. They just go through the motions. They've never really gone anywhere in their life. They've never really done anything. And this is about it, and they're just beep, 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 right? And then the spamdemic comes out, and then it's like, now they have power. Now they could, because people don't like doing it. It's uncomfortable. It's stupid. It's dumb. For some of us more than others. And then so because they're uncomfortable, now they're like, I can make them uncomfortable too. Wear your mask. You can't get food unless you have a mask on. That's how it is. That's how it is. And I see how people are in every fucking situation, but they always present themselves to be something different. So I'll ask them sometimes. Which one of you am I supposed to be having a conversation with? The real you, this that I can see that you're this person that these ideas clearly are not yours. I can tell when people dress the part, they're acting a part, and I'm learning a lot more. So it's interesting. Or I'll call them on something that I'll pick up on. I'm like, what? Whatever. Being an empath is kind of fun. You still listen to Roseanne sometimes? I don't think she does much anymore. I'll check. Like I said, I'll go back and check sometimes. I think the last video I saw that she did, she got like one of those chair lifts that go up the stairs. She goes back and forth between Hawaii and LA, I believe. I don't know. How many people homeless people has she put in the house? That's what I use that to measure. All these famous people with these millionaires, billionaires, soon to be because because they're that important, right? How many people of these people put in them house, besides their mom, besides their mom. So I only need one house for us. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. We're good. Little bit of a little wood stove. Yeah, mom wants a wood stove. Little place in the garden, a backyard for the garden. Yeah, work with garden. But people just want so much, and because I know how expansive my spirit is, I don't need stuff to buy stuff to prove how big I am, because I know how big my spirit is. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Everybody's does. They just don't recognize it. They don't pay attention. They don't care. It's better to chase sensations. All that stuff. World's full of them. Last girl I liked, she stopped liking me. But I mean, she didn't like me to begin with, really. But I really liked her a lot. I did. I liked her a lot. I was dumb for her, but it was just she didn't like me. She likes guys a lot. Many of them a lot. So I call her a penis pocket. I said, yeah, no worries. I've known a lot of penis pockets in my life. It's cool. It doesn't, I don't take it. It's not me. It's them. No, it's probably me. Anyway. Yeah, do that and cinch it down real tight. Oh my god, the gas mask is in the room. I should bring that back out. Go if you want to go. I'm making comments on the freaking governor's Twitter page. I'm just like, it's just stupid. She's a ridiculous human being. They all are. I just read an article the other day. I know she's a scumbag, and then the universe just keeps verifying it with evidence and proof of my belief systems. Like when I first moved here and I saw these people holding all these signs and having a rally, and like in the mask stuff, open stuff back up and things like that. And I got out and went out and spent some time with them. And one of the first people I talked to she's like, the governor is a Satan worshiper, right? And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. But I just read this article about how she did it. She didn't say like how Donald DT was talking about the secret handshake of crotch grabbing. She actually did it. And then offered a guy $150,000 as a settlement payout. And I noticed that other pervert freaking offered a settlement payout for that the guy that got the lizard guy, Prince Lizard, Andrew Lizard, the Queen Lizard's son. Yeah, he's doing a settlement. So basically, he's like, okay, I did it. Let's just end this. Or he's gonna say, he's just a scumbag. I know a scumbag from a mile away. I bet he wears a lot of fucking cologne too. That guy just sucks. They suck. So more is being revealed. People are definitely. I had a conversation with a guy today that freaking knew a girl from small town around New Mexico that was a pretty girl and would talk about going to these parties where these millionaires freaking hung out. And yeah, she'd have to put out and have sex with them, but it didn't matter because she'd go home with like a freaking $50,000 to $100,000, right? And then she'd talk about how she would come into town and then find other young girls and say, hey, you want to make some money and party with these old guys? Right? Guess where she was going? Yeah. His ranch down here in New Mexico. I met someone today that knew somebody direct firsthand that was involved with that shit. It's not 7 degrees of separation. People are 6 degrees even. People got it twisted. It is all right there. All of it. But see, all the people that say that doesn't happen, they're either profiting from it, they know it, they know it's going on, they're benefiting from it, or they're somebody in their family is, and they don't want to. They have a loyalty for that and not for goodness. See, because I know who the scumbags are that I have the same blood. I have scumbag blood in me. That's why I work so hard to stay in service, so I'm not too withdrawn into myself, into my scumbagatry, because I'm related to a handful of scumbags. I got a lot of strong women, but I got a lot of men, masculine, freaking scumbag, bag freaking blood in me. So I work really hard to stay in service and to stay out of myself. And I was reminded today how much better I feel doing that. And I think now God's going to give the opportunity to make that happen possible more, because I got this calendar that I made for SAS, and I'm putting stuff on it and didn't think I would. So that's our 5D calendar, Ma. Yeah, it's our heavenly calendar because our little angel girl's on it. Yeah. Anyway. Yep, the ranch. So there's ranches all over the place. They're everywhere. There's guys that own ranches that used to go visit that. That's what they do. Is they go from here to here to here to here to here to here. They go hang out in Northern California, Mount Shasta. A lot of freaking people hunting up there. Montana. Thank you, Mom. I need all the help I can get. I remember when we were young going through the custody suit, freaking running through the woods because they were after us. And then, like, hearing the grown-ups talk after we were supposed to be in bed in the other room, you know, about how, you know, like, plans to take us to Montana. Yeah. Montana, and that's where they, like, you know, I was a little brown girl. I would have been fun to hunt for those fucking scumbags. I would have been fun. They would have loved that. That's what they do. They take kids. And it's gonna stop. It's gone on too long. Local governments, all those secret bro societies that most of the police are involved with, or most of the members. But hey, you still have those good ones, right? Where are all those good ones? How come more police aren't getting arrested? How come it's like retired police officer? Are the police not they're so bad at their jobs that they can't find out who the frickin' nefarious are amongst their own ranks? It's time to cut their pay.